Pelops moved quickly to organise the ceremony of celebration for his ascension to the throne of Pisa. He removed the leering skulls of Hippodamia's previous suitors from their places on the walls of the palace and exhumed their hastily buried bodies. He organised for them an honourable ceremony of remembrance and erected a monument to their memory. He also commissioned the construction of a new hippodrome where regular chariot races in honour of the gods of Olympus would be inaugurated. He then turned his attention to Hippodamia and to their wedding night. When she recovered from her faint, Hippodamia began to twitch and writhe and moan and wail. She attempted to disfigure her face over a candle flame, and only the quick reactions of her matron saved her beauty. Pelops ordered that she was to be permanently bound, strapped gently to a divan and fed soothingly, if possible, by her nurse. Pelops decreed that the preservation of her beauty was the concern of the entire private household, and any who failed to give full attention to this instruction was to suffer the cruelest torments. Pelops, aware of the promise made to Myrtilus, contrived a strategy to resolve this conundrum permanently. The night before the wedding ceremony, Pelops crept secretly to the stable and liaised with Myrtilus, ostensibly to convey details of the division of the kingdom and the consummation of Myrtilus's desire. Pelops suggested that, whilst the guests at the wedding feast revelled in celebration, Hippodamia would slip stealthily away and rendezvous with her prospective lover in the lonely defence tower that stood aloof far from the palace hall, high above the sea cliff. Myrtilus eagerly accepted. The ceremony progressed smoothly, due in no small part to the skill of nurses and matrons who sedated Hippodamia with soothing unctions. At the appointed time, Hippodamia was led away from the hall by her attendants, and it was Pelops who rendezvoused with Myrtilus. When he realized that he was the victim of a deception, Myrtilus protested and raised his hand to strike Pelops. But Pelops was ready for this violent outburst and, accusing Myrtilus of intending to rape his bride, seized his adversary and dragged him to the cliff edge. Despite the strength of his arms and shoulders, common to all who commanded yoked horses, Myrtilus was unable to extricate himself from the grip of Pelops, who hurled him from the high cliff. As he fell, Myrtilus cursed Pelops and his progeny until the end of time. The rocks dashed the life force from the body. Ravenous gulls tore away the flesh, and crabs stripped the bones. Waves and tides dissolved what remained of Myrtilus into the salt sea. Pelops returned to the feasting, sired a family, and established a dynasty. This dynasty inspired a civilization, the civilization in which both you and I, dear listener, are citizens.